Hey, what's up guys? This is Chris Ray and I'm going to do a product review today on the ReadyRig. So this is the ReadyRig right here, and what it's for, basically it's not all put together right now. I'm going to show you guys kind of just how it gets put together because that's a big part of what I want to talk about. So I use the DJI Ronin a ton and I absolutely love it. I love the shots that I get. It's an amazing camera tool for filming skating or just filming day in the life type videos. But the biggest problem I have with it, and that's the weight of it. You know what I mean? Like anything that you hold out in front of you, like this, for hours, it's like it hurts. You know, so hurts your back, hurts your arms. You end up getting tired, and that's kind of the problem I've always ran into. And I think we have found a solution for this. So the ReadyRig basically straps onto your body, and it takes all the pressure of that and it puts it to your hips. So that way you're able to film all day and not get tired and be able to get those shots. I mean, I've used the Ronin one time. I tried to film a trick for 6 hours straight and a skate trick, and we didn't get it. So, I couldn't even walk the next day, but it was a nightmare. But each time I get bummed on using that thing and it's so hard, but then I get home and I watch the footage and it's well worth it. But the main thing is I've been using this ReadyRig for last week and I'm very, very happy with the design, the way it goes together. These guys let me borrow this for the week, so just to test it out and see how I liked it. But I'd seen online a few people had recommended it to me when they had seen shots that I shot with the Ronin. So it goes together really easy. Basically this is one piece right here. So this is like the main back piece, and this can adjust to your height. So that's very simple. So once you kind of set it for your own body, you can just always just leave it. So that's a big plus. It comes in a bag, which is like a backpack. They actually, the company asked me not to show it just because it's a prototype, but I'll show you just a sneak peek of it. So it's very easy to use. It's a good bag, you know what I mean? This is just a prototype. This is one that they're still working on. I don't know if they're actually gonna make it, but it's a backpack and a carrying bag. It's actually really comfortable. Like usually when you carry camera equipment and it's pretty bulky, it's kind of a nightmare, but this just felt like a regular backpack that was just a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna show you guys how it goes together. It's very, very easy. I was surprised because I don't know, the people out there that have set up the Ronin and had experience with it, you guys have seen, or if you've used it, like it's not necessarily like a fast setup. And if you film skating, like I do, people don't like to wait. They like to just hurry up and get the trick. So I'm a big fan of not wasting time and just trying to get ready as quick as possible. I don't like people waiting on me, and they want to do the trick, so I want to make sure that I'm ready for them. So the way this thing goes together is very, very simple. This is the first part. This is the shoulder bracket right here. So this just slides right in, and no tools are required, which is also a big plus. So that way you don't have to sit there and worry about having the right tools. The same thing with this side. This just goes right in and you just tighten it right down. So that's the shoulder piece right there, which is very easy. And then you have these bars, which these things here, these are the brackets that come out over your shoulder. So that way, this is what holds the Ronin. So these are also very simple. Same thing, or you just unscrew this back piece here. Again, no tools which are needed, which is a huge plus. And the other thing too is it's just like anything, setting up the Ronin or any other kind of equipment like this, the more that you do it, the quicker you get, and having this thing so far for a week, I've gotten a lot faster and a lot better at it. So at first you're kind of just uncomfortable and you don't really know for sure, but this piece here just goes from your bungee. I don't know if that's what we're gonna call it, but you're basically, I think it's your bungee. You just screw this on and you're set to go there. And then you do the same thing with the other side. Same thing, you just unscrew this little guy here. And each one, it doesn't matter, each one could go on either side, which is good, so you don't have to worry about the idea of if one goes on the left or one goes on the right. Same thing, you go through the bungee here and you just tighten it like this. You just screw it in. This is taking me a little bit longer than it would if I was in the streets filming because I'm explaining it to you guys. But you're ready to go. So it's really fast, I do promise that. So this is the Ready Rig complete. So this is the actual rig all put together, ready to go. When I went out filming with it, I set it all up in the first spot, and then from there I just put it in my truck and just left it all put together because there was no reason to really take it apart. You know, because I was just going to another location, so it didn't really matter. So now it's all put together. I'll see if I can show you sitting down so I can stay in frame, but this just goes over your shoulders like this. And let's see here, we'll give you guys a little zoom out. Not much. So you can see basically this buckle here, this is where all the weight's gonna go, right? So the first thing that you do is that there's these straps here, and these are kind of like your safety straps. So you strap these first, you know what I mean, that way, so this whole thing is just supported on you, so that way it's not falling off. So that's there, right? So that's on. I'm gonna lean down so I can show you guys here so you can see everything. So these are on, all right, just so they don't fall off my back. The next thing is the belt part. So this is the part where it's pretty crucial. So these Velcro straps were designed really good. And it's basically just like any belt. You pull it forward, you click it in. You want it like right over your belt buckle. That's like the important part. And then these straps here, these are where if you pull it, I can feel it get really tight on my hips, and I can already feel a lot of that support going straight to right here. So that's where you want that to go. And they have little markers here, which is good. So that way you can match up and make sure you have the same distance. So that's that. So now I'm all strapped in, I'm ready to go. The cords here, this is a really cool design too. So basically like these just pull down, but this is a cool design because these things are, they're the straps that go onto the Ronin. So this is built like a surf leash. So this can actually always stay on your Ronin. So if you're in between shoots, or I mean, you know, if you're like me, you're always using the same Ronin, there's no reason to really take these things and put them back onto here, because this is just going to make your job even quicker next time. So a really cool design. I don't know if you can see. So a really cool design. These things are built really tough. Like I feel like I can't, nothing on this thing, I don't think I can break, which is good. Like I feel like even if I checked it in on an airplane or anything I did with it, I feel like it would be fine, which is pretty amazing. So these things here, you just pull up and you just clip in. So imagine this already being strapped onto the Ronin, and I just walked right in, and you pull this up like a sword, and you just clip right in. You're good to go. So I filmed a few tricks with it, and I'll film some shots for this edit so you can see me actually in the streets, like attaching it to the Ronin, so that way you can tell. Like I said, it's super, it feels good, you know what I mean? I know it looks crazy. You know, I definitely look like a robot, but it's a big trade-off for my back not hurting. The one thing I have noticed that is, I guess it's really my only complaint, is that the knobs here, or when you're taking the entire thing apart, if you don't kind of like retighten everything down, like the screw or the bolts all the way, they can get loose in the bag. So when you open the bag, you might see one of these bolts just laying in there. But that's more of just me needing to remember, like, hey, when I'm done with it, I need to tighten down the stuff that that way it doesn't waddle loose. But like that's happened on a lot of my gear, like cameras and stuff like that. Screws tend to get loose. I absolutely love the design of it though. I love the fact that it's it's pretty solid all around, and that there's no tools is like a big plus. The surf leash design is a big plus, just because you don't feel like your camera's gonna drop ever on it, so that's good with me. The adjustments on these are really good. So when you're wearing this, you kind of figure out like how the camera feels, and you kind of adjust it to this point of like pulling this down, and then you tighten this, and these go straight out. So I'll have somebody film some shots of me actually, like, you know, putting this thing on, so you guys can. It's kind of hard to film myself in here, show myself putting the Ronin on with it, but I'll make sure I have shots of that. So yeah, I love the design. When I first used it, the very first time, my initial thoughts were I didn't feel like I was like comfortable with like moving around a ton, but the more that I used it, the more comfortable I got, and I realized that I was able to, that it was like my friend. I was able to actually, you know, move around and do what I wanted. You're not really restricted. With filming skating, a big perk was using just one of these guys here and just leaving this guy completely undone. So using one of them, I was able to put it on the middle handle of the Ronin, and that helped me, so I was able to get like lower to the ground, and I can get those really low shots, because with skating I like to film a little bit lower. So so that was huge. I definitely am able to film a lot longer with the Ronin, and that's the end goal with this thing. So it's cool. I like it. No batteries or anything like that. It's just, you know, I mean, it's just straight on the body equipment that works, and super stoked on the design. The guys, I actually met with the Ready Rig guys to look at this and go over this, and you know, it's a good. It was like it felt good. You know what I mean? Like dealing with a company that has good customer service has always been important, especially when you're dealing with camera gear that's expensive. I mean, this thing runs for $2,000. I want to say they said it was lifetime warranty, so that's obviously a big plus. But like I said, I can't imagine anything breaking on it. The other big thing I really liked that I haven't got to use yet is back here. It has these spots here, this thing, right? So this, you can attach a battery to the back, or you can put a monitor on here if you had another, like if you had your like director or something following you and he wanted to see what shots you're getting. That's a huge plus. So it's good. Like you can run downstairs, run upstairs. I was running all around with it, and it felt good. I skated along with it. It was following Ronnie while he was skating down the street, and it didn't bother me at all. You know, I had a lot of cars driving by and just stopping to look at me, and you know, wondering what this robot was doing, just skating down the street. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, I super hyped on the product. You can get it on their website, and I'll leave that info here in the comments or the description, so that way you can check it out. But if you own a Ronin or if you own a Movi, I mean, I think we all have the same problem of it gets too heavy. It doesn't matter how strong you are. Like you want to use it for 8 hours, you're going to be tired. It's going to be hard to walk the next day, and that's just an ongoing problem that, you know, all the gimbal operators are having. But I think that this is the perfect solution for it. I'd recommend this to anyone that has a gimbal that's serious about using it for a long time. So yeah, thanks for watching, and it's my first review video, so I'm ready to do some more. And you know, let me know if there's something that you guys want to see out there, or if you have any more questions, I can help answer that. And I'm excited. You know, I'm a film nerd myself, so I like seeing equipment. I like checking out new equipment. I like talking about it because your questions and I have the same ones, and I want to know the answers, and I'm just going to learn more from it. So thanks for watching, and appreciate it. Thanks.